So when you are on Infinite Campus, I know it doesn't look like this, but this is what I see. You have to make sure you're clicking on every single class and looking at every single assignment. And a lot of teachers do their activities into categories, which means some assignments are worth more than others. You need to make sure you know how much each category is. If you click up under information on your Infinite Campus, you should see, for example, for me, any writing that we do is 30% of your grade right here. Participation is 30, projects, homework, classwork is 10, tests and quizzes is 30%. So make sure you understand the importance of each activity that you do. I think that even though it's only 10%, if you're doing everything in the homework classwork, then you should have really high quiz grades. They are connected. So you want to go through every single assignment and write down on your agenda or in your planner somewhere where you're keeping track of everything you have to do. Make sure you are writing down everything you are either missing, like this student is missing the slideshow on petroleum. It might be that they just didn't share it with me or they didn't submit their list because I did not grade the websites. Like here, her website is missing as well, which probably means she or he didn't turn in the list to me. And you have to have that list submitted so that I can grade it. So, and then look for low assignments, like right here. Her chapter 1 test was not that great. She got a 63 out of 100, 30 out of 10 on the achieves, which probably means, I'm sorry, 10 out of 30, which means she only did one or passed one achieve article. I have more than what's required in my inbox, so go and read more and tell me. You have to tell me when you need me to go back and check your achieve articles because I only look at those every 3 weeks. So the grades are in. You should have had 3 read by now, and you need to make sure that you stay on track as of today. So when you're done with your grades, you should be on your, I'm not done writing out my classroom, Google Classroom yet, but that's number 1. I want you to go on grades. The second thing I'm going to have you do is click a link called Indigenous Peoples. The Indigenous Peoples are the native people of the land, whether it's North America, Americas, Canada, US, or all around the world. Right now, when you click this link that's on Google Classroom, you are going to go to complete listing of tribes. And these are tribes all around the world. Watch the videos when they come up. Make sure you understand who the culture is that they're representing. This is created by all of the different tribe members. So that's what their perspective is. It is, just accounts by different members. It's a little bit more of a primary source than a secondary source since it's explaining what their views are currently. So if you go down to American tribes, underneath that, Algonquin by nation, where are the world? So these are all nations, which again, the Lakota, a lot of you have heard of some of these, the Seneca, the Mohegan tribes, Cheyenne, Cherokee. These are all United States tribes that came over tens of thousands of years ago over the land bridge when it was frozen between Alaska and Russia. So they were the first people to settle in the Americas. I want you to click the world, and what you're going to do, before you do that, make sure you, in your comp book, you're going to need your composition books out, and you're going to divide your paper just like it is right here, actually. This is kind of looking like Cornell notes. Indigenous peoples. You don't have to write literature if you don't want. Just write Indigenous peoples. And then I want you to write whatever page you're on the left. So if you're on this page right now and you're clicking through a couple of these American tribes, then just write the tribe on the left. So you're going to end up having about 10 different tribes I want you to click through on this site. Many of them might be North American, but I also want you to try to go through the world. And also, if you go down here, the Latino spectrum is everything south of the border. So your goal by the end of class is basically to have a list of information that is either new or interesting that you didn't know before about these tribes. And it might be that, you're looking at some of their, the feelings that they have about what it's like to be a native person or a mestizo in Latino culture. A mestizo is mixed with the Spanish